Good evening. Hello. Hi, sexy people. I'm super excited today again to talk about energy because it's so important, okay? For the last few days, I had insights and some, I don't know, downloads, whatever you call it, some kind of urges and nudges to talk about the body, right? But it's obviously not only the body that we have, that we have a physical body because we hold the physical body, and this is the last sort of layer that we have to help us feel through everything, every energy. But we also have other layers, and they are sort of invisible to your naked eye, right? Hello, but just like gravity, you can't see the gravity, but you know it's there because otherwise you wouldn't be walking on the planet, right? You wouldn't be walking on the ground, you would be bouncing or flying in the air. That's why you know it's there and you don't think about it all the time. However, the same with energies that you filter every day through your body, they wouldn't be, if they wouldn't be there, you wouldn't feel anything in your body, right? So your emotional body is very important. Your mind, right? That's your mind. Your emotional body is your mind. It's just another layer of you. Okay, it's just energetic field around you. This is your mind. This is something that also needs food, right? This is also something that needs scrubbing. Just like you treat your body, like let's say you treat your body. I don't know how you treat your body, but I really like my body. I want the best for my body, so I will try to use nice cosmetics for it. I will try to give myself a bath, showers, look after myself, put my makeup on, dress it, right? Put some cream on it, food wise, obviously, just give some nice food and relax it and exercise it and so on and so on. Okay, so there are many practices to keep your body healthy, and you need to make an effort for yourself. If you like yourself, if you think that you are worth it, and obviously I just don't even think why you would think that you're not worth it, right? Because this is your given right, this is your vehicle, this is your car, basically, to take you through the journey. Okay, and this is so important to look after this body because you only obviously have this vehicle for the rest of your life on this planet, in this lifetime. And if you don't look after it, then you obviously just it will catch up on you quite quickly. Okay, and then sort of the wake-up call comes when you're just feeling uncomfortable. However, in order to prevent it, you can do things in order to feel good all the time. And first thing you need to do is just establish with yourself what are the right ways, in your opinion, to look after your body, and do it, right? And also, I mean, all the other practices that you just make your body feel good about itself, and you feel all the practices that make you feel comfortable within yourself and with yourself and about yourself, and relax within your body. Then obviously just they need to be performed, right, every day or every other day, however you decide. As long as it's consistent, as long as it's a habit, then it will obviously just give you a lot of then your body will give it back to you, right? Then your body will give it back to you in a form of comfort, in a form of health, right? In a form of good and high vibration, in the form of being able to spin through the energies quickly, even the unpleasant ones, like sadness, anger, hatred, jealousy, everything that is just going on, like greed, manipulation, everything that is in the air right now, because obviously we are elevating the consciousness. So all the things that our body is sort of exposed to, we will feel, we're going to have to feel, right? You're going to have to feel through it. And if you don't feel through it, if you suppress it, or if you're going to be resisting those things, and you're going to be pushing them down or pretend that they're not there, and then just never work with your shadow, then you're going to have to relive the same pattern all over again until you actually hack the lesson. Okay, so the best thing to do when it comes to physical body is just to and help your physical body to filter through the emotions and filter through all the energies that aren't pleasant, because they are not always pleasant, right, to feel, especially things like resentment, or especially things like unworthiness, or things like especially just rejection, right? Rejection is just, I think it was the most unpleasant for me, so but I had to feel through it, and it sort of just made me feel so much better when I felt it, right? Like the realization comes, and then all the energy just comes up. And you can help yourself by observing the things that you are experiencing, rather than judging it, or just like sort of going with that emotion or reacting to this emotion. Yeah, just you can get yourself to the point where you see this happening within you. You can see that something's arising in you, but you get to choose whether you're going to react to it or not. And that is the beauty, just absolute beauty of being human, who is awakened enough to understand that you are not your emotion, that when you are angry, you are not an angry person. You're just experiencing anger, because this is one of the energies that you need to go through in order to elevate yourself to a high level. And the like sort of the more often you experience, if you expose yourself to situations all the time that make you angry, for example, then obviously you're not an awakened person, because awakened person will just sort of go along with every situation and observe every situation. However, will not go voluntarily into something repeatedly, unless it's required, unless there is this urge in order just to always expose yourself to something really, really harmful all the time. Right? Sometimes it's required. Sometimes there is so much of it, or you just feel for other people, because that's what we're doing. We also sometimes feel, that's why we are so important as humans. We help each other out because we are connected with each other. So if you encounter a person who's got some immense anger in them, or like something that they can't cope with, and you know that they're good human beings, but they are so much anger, so much resentment, so much shame, so much guilt in them, they won't be able to pick it up themselves. And you are the empath, you the Heyoka, or you are the person who's receptive to energies, and you know that you can just regenerate quite quickly, then there is no coincidence. There is a reason why you have this person along in your lifetime, in your life, or just for the extended period of time or short period of time. You exchange energies so that you can help that person elevate to another level as well. So we are doing it together. That's why it's very good to know that there is no such thing as like a energy vampire, which I was obviously talking about in the past. And I was unknowingly, because there would be an energy vampire in the moment where your energetic network, your energetic field is damaged. You will allow that person just to drain all the energy out of you. However, if you are strengthening your network, and always looking after your physical body and your emotional body and everything that comes with it, and be careful about what you are feeding your senses, then you can make sure, then you can be sure and guaranteed that you are filtering the thing, and then you can see the emotions, you can, but you are not the emotions, right? Because this is like energy in motion. That's emotion, energy in motion, right? So that means it spins, and it doesn't matter which it is. It doesn't matter whether it's going to be low vibrational, which is more low vibrational energy, which is very spins slowly, okay? And it feels in your body that it's just cringy, okay? And the muscles tends to tense, okay? And you need to learn, and this is a practice, to allow it in your within your physical body, without holding on to or pretending it's not there, or pushing it in, or just holding on to it, right? So there are things that are out there from other people, and there are other things that are in you as well from the past, for example. Because I'm not I'm talking here about, for example, something like that. You have a wrong belief about certain energy, right? You have a wrong belief about anger, okay? Like I did, and this is something I experienced for a very long time when I was a little girl, and obviously I wanted to be angry sometimes, because it's a natural fucking thing for every human, regardless whether you're a boy or a girl. I was not allowed to be angry, because I was always sort of deprived of the ability of being angry. I mean, of the possibility of being angry. I was punished for being angry. I was frowned upon for being angry, and I was people were angry when I was getting angry. Okay, and I learned from my experience that feeling angry is very, very it's not safe. okay, and it's wrong. All the things which I didn't understand at the time, sort of this, the whole belief about anger and feeling anger, for example, was wrong. And it was stamped as well. It was even like there was an extra stamp put on it, like with a red, like no, anger is not allowed, by saying things like girls. But there was this saying. There's this saying in Poland that if girls get angry, they get ugly, or something like that, right? So you can imagine how much I wanted to be angry as a person sometimes in various situations, because there are things, especially when somebody's hurting you, or just, you know, that you're exposed to someone or something that is just happening out of your control, and you want to react with anger, but you block your anger so much because you are scared of just being sort of threatened, and you don't feel it's safe to be angry and to feel anger fully, then you're going to make sure that it's within you, and you hold on to it like for dear life, so that you will do everything to not feel it, okay? You will do everything just to keep it inside of you, and that is very, very, very harmful, okay? That's the worst toxicity you can have, holding on to something like that, right? Okay. So if you were ever deprived of possibility of feeling anything, like for example, let's say that boys were crying, right? And someone said that boys shouldn't cry, right? Or they were mocked for being a crybaby. Or for example, somebody said that when you are sad, which is obviously normal for every human being, and your normal reaction would be to cry, but you are masculine, and then other people would just mock you, or they would criticize you or laugh at you because you're crying, and you will suppress this feeling, and you will not release that. And I just want you to know, boys and girls and whoever, and women and men, that it's absolutely natural, and you can cry, and you can obviously learn to cry as well, because once you sort of allow yourself to release the emotions that are within you, and sometimes it's years and years and years, like I had with anger, and I still I know that I've got rid of the layers of everything that's within me, and now I'm working with the energies that actually just like sort of come up within me on a daily basis, and I am learning to filter through those, and there's more and more going on around the world, so people are more and more scared and angry as well. So I can feel it from the outside more right now rather than from the inside, because I've managed the inside anger and managed this. But something that I even wasn't aware that I was within me, I only could. The reason why I knew this is just after a while, when everything was going wrong with my physical body and I was experiencing some symptoms, I started asking myself questions, and I was aware enough and awakened enough to be able to ask my own body, why am I experiencing this and this and this? And it turned out that there are some releases that they need to be performed, and I need to let go of a lot of things. So then I started working, obviously using intentions about clearing all the attachments, clearing everything, and all the energies that are not needed anymore are released from my body, and and I'm clearing everything. So obviously it's easier when you are a woman, I think. I mean, I don't have a reference because I'm not a guy, but I suppose it just must be very, very big trauma when you are laughed at and mocked at, when you are trying to cry and you want to cry, and it's natural to cry, and somebody's just like, stop crying because you're a pussy or whatever, and that will just like stop push you. But then I suppose it's the same. It's just like, stop being angry because you're gonna be ugly, right? So it's just like an ultimate threat, and then you're just going to block it, and then it's all going to be within you. So all the sadness is going to be within you. If you are sad and you're just not crying it out, and the sadness is going to be within you, that will also result in anger as well, because sadness is just like, because anger is just like really grief, right? That is wrapped in sadness in adult life. So yeah, and when it comes to the body, oh, by the way, I have a very good content writing on my blog, so I'm going to paste the link as well below. So have a look and pick on that reading on the body, because that is just something that came out yesterday evening, and I was just typing like crazy because it was so good. So if you are interested in that, and then especially for people who are experiencing different symptoms, and they just know that they only know the symptoms and healing the symptoms, not healing, but just like sort of managing the symptoms only by using the medical, the contemporary medicine methods, then you might benefit from that. If you just are stuck and you think that that is not working, or the doctors don't know what to do with me, or the doctors don't know what's going on, and they can't help me, nobody can help me, excuse me, and bloody hell, then you can perhaps find this reading useful, because I explain why tablets or painkillers sometimes don't work, right? So it is interesting. I find it extremely interesting. I mean, I'm obsessed with body, with physical body, with emotional body, and how the energies are going through, and so on. But what I wanted to talk to you about today is just absolutely not what I just said for about the last 15 minutes. It's to do with affirmations, okay? I suppose it's just directly connected, because you're affirming in order for you to become a person who's healthy within their physical body and feel comfortable and relaxed within the body, and obviously abundant in health. Then you need to also, if you don't know how to start, and let's say you're experiencing different various things that are uncomfortable, and you don't feel relaxed, you feel the tension and everything, the first thing you do always, if there is any problem that you do, you just need to start intending, okay? And just sort of get yourself into a point, because sometimes you just don't believe. Let's say that you are very ill and everybody's telling you that there is no chance that you're ever going to be healthy, right? And that is never true. Okay, this is you can always get healed. It's just a matter of whether you're going to decide to do whatever it takes in order to be healed, right? In order to get better, in order to become healthy. So you're gonna have to dedicate a lot of things, especially when your condition is very, very severe. Because if your condition is very, very severe, that means that for a very, very long time you've been doing the wrong things, and your body can handle, because it's been giving you a signal after signal after signal, and you were ignoring it after ignoring it after ignoring it. And it's never your fault. You have to forgive yourself these things, because you never know, because what we've been convinced when it comes to contemporary medicine is that this is the only way, right? However, there's more to it, because conventional medicine doesn't ever speak about the spiritual level, okay? And spiritual and emotional level, and the emotional body, the mind, it's got everything to do with the physical health, okay? And this is they can open you up and cut everything, and they know the name of every vein, okay, and every vessel, but they will not know what the impact of the energy that you are holding unknowingly is going to have on your physical state, right? So you just need to be aware of this. And the reason why I love the fact that I've awakened to that fact, okay, is just I'm so grateful, because I know these things. It's so good to know, because I then have a guidance within myself, and I can be very clear and very receptive, very selective over what I am doing during a day, because I know how it's all connected, right? The energy, or the mind, and the physical body. And this is something I'm really, really grateful for, and I hope that I can pass it on to other people, and the other people are obviously going to benefit from it as well. So I mean, that's the whole point of being here in this on this YouTube channel. And I've always been obsessed with physical body and also health, okay? So not always did I'm not saying that I always used to just make choices that I was proud of, because abuse of certain food and substances that I've chosen to experience for many years, right, caused me also symptoms, and I didn't awaken to the fact that I am actually hurting myself by making wrong choices, until I just couldn't do anything about it, and doctors couldn't do anything about it. And I finally clicked that this is me who's just doing the harm, and this is me who should just completely change my attitude and completely change everything. So, but in the meantime, I was also lucky enough to become a person who's broadened the consciousness a little bit, so that I could see a little bit more. And I've always been receptive to energies, and I've been a little bit of a healer and a bit of a witch, so I sort of remember those things and know these things naturally. right? So that's why I can share that knowledge, because it does work. It had worked on me, it had worked on my family members, so I am passing it on to other people. Okay, and now the intention that I was talking about is just so important, because if you don't know what to do, always intent on the opposite, right? So always intent on knowing what to do, of giving you the knowledge, right? So I know exactly what to do in this matter. So that's your first intention that you're gonna need, and always make sure that your intention, your affirmation, is always in a sentence, in a form of sentence that is in a present tense. It will be so much better for you to first convince yourself that you are a healthy person. Even if the opposite of healthy is the current state of yours right now, your subconscious mind is also needs some food, right? So your subconscious mind is feeding on things like, I'm not feeling very well, I'm in pain, I'm sick, I'm ill, I can't do it, nobody can help me, doctors don't know what to do, I don't know what to do. Things like that mingle in your head when you are ill, for example, right? It's the same with any kind of lack, right? It's to do with a lack of a partner, of money, of energy, of time, of anything, right? So it is so important so that you start feeding your subconscious mind a little bit differently, okay? Despite the reality, despite the thing, because how I know, what I know already is that you are creating 24 hours a day with your mind, and you're creating your own environment with the thoughts that you that you generate, right? Based on what you believe in, right? So if you believe is that doctors can't help you and you will gonna die, right? You're gonna die, you are going to die, you will die, then this is what's going to happen, this is what you're going to create, okay? And uh, there's so many things, there's so many people who are promoting this as well on the internet, and it's just so worth coming back to it, because the instant remissions, all those things, that those miracles, healing and everything, they come from beliefs only, right? This is, it's just like placebo, right? I mean, you just get healed from a tablet that's made of sugar. Why? Because you believed it's gonna fucking help you, right? Because everything is belief based, and some people have such strong belief in certain things that they are actually able to get healed from one tablet, right? So they just have this instant lift of their the DNA sort of clears all the discrepancies energetically, and they get healed. So make sure you do feed your subconscious mind with, even if you are like, let's say, in a state of illness, right? You can start intending every day, saying like, no, I am a healthy person, right? I am a healthy person. And obviously your brain, before you get to that point when your brain is going to start thinking that it is actually possible for you to become healthy from a state where you are, which is clearly unhealthy, it might take a while. But just make sure you never give up. You make sure you always do it every day, or even a couple of days, or a few times a day, or even every time you remember yourself, because your mind is absorbing your thoughts all the time. So if you can observe them, and you can control them, and you can intentionally provide your subconscious mind with thoughts that you want to have, and the beliefs you want to have, in order to become the way you want to become, it's going to be so much easier. Because this is like on a previous video, I was talking about the nourishment of the soil. This is going to be your soil, this is going to be your base, where you are not allowed to have any toxic sort of minerals. Otherwise your seeds are not going to grow, right? So make sure that all the beliefs are aligned with what you want. Because if you want to be healthy, I have a very good example at work. There is a lady who I know, because she actually said it out loud last time, and she must have been quite surprised herself by not realizing that, because it came out loud. She said that out loud because we had a discussion, or we had a conversation that she wants to be healthy, and she was really struggling with accepting the fact that she's not healthy, but then she didn't believe that it's possible for her to become healthy, because that's how she believed. This is what she believes. And I know there's nothing I can do to help her, apart from saying that this is what you need to believe. You need to first believe that it is possible for you to become healthy in the first place, in order for you just to go and do something about your current state. It's just like with the body, right? You can't just deny that you are overweight if you are overweight, okay? You can't say to yourself like, this is impossible for you to get get slimmer, right? It is always possible for you to get slimmer if you do certain things, right? But you need to believe that it's possible for you. You need to know that it's possible. You need to know that you are worth it, that you are worthy of being of having an amazing body and feeling good in your body. And you need to obviously just make make little steps, take little steps in order to get yourself to that state where you are slim, right? And you know it's not going to be, if you're heavily overweight, you're not going to be slim after one workout. And exactly the same with subconscious mind. You are not going to believe that you can be healthy, or you can be rich, or you can be in a relationship with someone, or you can be slim, or you can have a lot of time, or you can have your job of your dreams, or live in a house of your dreams, or whatever, just by telling yourself this once, right? Because you just need to make sure that you feed the subconscious mind for a very long time in order for it to click that it is actually possible. And then from that stage, when you actually know that it's possible, you're going to make that decision like, right, so if this is actually possible for me, I'm fucking going for it, right? So make sure that your affirmations, your daily goals, things that you want and you crave, by observing your environment and seeing like, what am I lacking? What do I want? What do I need to do next? What do I need for myself, right? What do I need? It might be that you need to believe that you are a worthy person, right? So your action will be, first action in order for you to become more worthy. If you see like, you feel like a worthless piece of shit, that you are a worthy person, right? That you are a valuable person, because you are, okay? You are amazing, just like everybody else. You need to believe this first in order for you to get to that level when you start going to do things for yourself that are going to prove to yourself that you are a valuable person, which is buying expensive things or just working towards the goals that you want, towards your achievement, like, I don't know, career-wise, whatever. So that is the message for today. Make sure that your intentions, whatever they are, because you are the only person who knows what they want, really. You need to get to know yourself in order for you to know what you really need on a deepest level, okay? Then you just need to affirm them in a present tense, right? So I am a healthy person. And all the things around this health issue, right? All the things about your health, or your physical health, for example, make as many as you can, as many as you can think of, right? Everything that, like, everything is possible for me, or I can create my own health, or I make myself healthy, or the more the better I get, the better I get. Anything that will support your health, anything that will make you feel that you can do it, remind yourself every day. Because if you stop at one point, you're going to forget about it, and you're just going to get back to your usual ways, because that's what it is, okay? Because your brain is so powerful. You believe about the fact that you are ill and there is nothing you can do about it. It's so strong that if you just only do it for a few times and then stop, then you're just going to go back to your own way of thinking. You just need to obsess about that health for the rest of your life. Basically, this is your routine that you need, and everything else is working exactly the same. Every other lack is exactly the same. It's a girlfriend. If you don't have a girlfriend and you just can't find a girlfriend for many years, right? I've got a girlfriend. I've got an amazing girlfriend. I love ladies. They are beautiful, right? Amazing. I have positive conversations about ladies. I am an amazing man to my woman, or whatever. Just whatever you can think of, you need to go for it, right? The same with money, the same with time, the same with energy, health, body, right? When you just, I'm not talking about physical body here. I mean, physical body, but when it comes to the body shape as well. So about a slim person, that's what worked for me as well, because I said, like, I'm a slim person, I'm a slim lady. Even on the days when I was feeling very heavy on a time of period or full moon, which I feel really swollen then and quite heavy as well during the time when a full moon is occurring, I was still feeding my subconscious, like, I am a slim person, I am super fit, I am amazing. my body is digesting everything quickly, or whatever, is supporting me, helping me. I make my choices, I make my food choices the way it makes me proud, and so on and so on. So, like, there's hundreds and thousands of sentences that you need to feed your subconscious mind in order to soak that new truth in, okay? This is how you're going to make your dreams come true, okay? Right, I love you. I gotta go because I'm gonna have a little client, a beautiful client in a minute. And right, I'll see you tomorrow, because I'm probably gonna record myself. And remember, go on the to the blog link, because the body writing is it's a short message, but it's a very sort of, I think, condensed when it comes to knowledge. So it just makes you think, it triggers some kind of places in your mind about different approach to health, okay, and to physicality, to physical health, and how to see the diseases and symptoms, okay. So, right, I love you. Take care. Bye bye. Good night.